Kia ora, fam. Firstly, I just want to say, man, what an incredible 24 hours since we launched the Discord. Pretty much this time last night, and I just want to say how proud I am of this community, how proud I am to be a part of this community, and how fast we've managed to grow as a community over the last 24 hours. I'm super proud, and we're at 1,000 or over 1,000 now strong in the Discord. And it's only going to get bigger, better, and stronger as we continue to move forward together as a community. Another thing that I'm super proud of is the way that our community is rolling, how everyone's conducting themselves within this community. And the great thing about that is it hasn't been forced. It's not like we jumped in here and said, "Oh, everyone be nice to each other, everyone be kind to each other." It's sort of just rolled that way, and it's continued over the last 24 hours, and that's something that I'm super proud of as well. So from the bottom of my heart, and the rest of the team as well, thank you so much for jumping on, and believing in this vision, and grabbing it with two hands and coming along for the ride. We really appreciate it. And I'll hand it over to Kings to say a little piece before we go through these announcements. But yeah, much love everyone. Super proud of us. That's us all the way. Cheers.
Yeah, man. Like the bro's saying, we've been floating in and out all day from the chats, and then we'll kind of have our own little pulleys in and out of the day. And man, we just kind of like checking in. We're like, "Yo, bro, did you see that? Oh, did you see what that person said? Man, that's a good idea." And we're just chopping it up all day. And that's the energy you guys are giving us. So we're really stoked. We're all really stoked, man. There's a lot of people involved in this, and well, actually, there's not a lot of us, but there's a select few of us, and we're all proud of what we're able to achieve in such a small amount of time, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So, we on. I think we've got some announcements for you fellas.
Yeah, shot, bro. So just a few announcements, fam. For everyone who wasn't in the AMA last night, I was talking to the roadmap and I was talking about how we wanted to be able to adapt and change as we got to know our community. I guess we didn't anticipate the speed that the community will grow. And over the last 24 hours, there's been some things that have come out throughout the community, throughout the different chat groups that have become very apparent to us. And like I said last night, we want to be a project of integrity, a project that's swift and nimble and can move as our community want us to. So we've tried to do that with a few of the themes that have come through. So I'm not too sure if everyone's seen, but in the community polls, we've put up two polls. The first poll is having female beavers drawn up as NFTs. So it became very apparent early on last night that we have a super strong female presence in our community, and that's something that is so cool, something that I'm so proud of, to have some real boss women in this community. And for me, I felt like we really need to cater to our wahine, to our females that are here, to our ladies that are in here. So we put the vote out. If the community are wanting to increase the supply, so originally we've got 2022 beavers for mint, but we're wanting to increase the supply and get some female beavers, queen beavers, shivas, whatever our community want to call them, for our women to be proud of. So obviously that's going to up the supply, and it's up to the community, like everything you guys will choose. And the reason that it's going to up the supply is because obviously we've already had 2022 of these things made. So if we were to put the new supply into those, then we're going to have leftover beavers with nothing to do. So for me, like, I'm all for it because, like I said, it's something that our ladies want. It's something that they've been talking about in the Queen Bee chat. And I'd love to be able to do that for them, and we're more than willing to, as a team, to do that for them. And it'll take a bit of time, but that's all right. It's not going to change anything in terms of when we'll be minting and stuff like that. It's just something that we as a team will have to get on top of pretty quickly. So that's the first announcement. Kings, did you want to add anything, bro?
That's exciting, man. Yeah, I when we had the hui this morning and we talked about it, the artist, old Tamihana, who's been drawing these amazing beavers, his mind started racing with ideas. So yeah, as soon as that came up, we were just energized with that. So hopefully you guys are excited to see what they look like, because I am. I can't wait.
Sure, brother. The next announcement is the Whitelist Poll. So we've put that up. And that's basically what we talked to last night, where our community will decide if the whitelist is something that we want to do or if it's something that we don't want to do. We've put some pros and cons in there, and obviously you guys can chit chat amongst yourselves in the chat groups, and then cast your vote on what it is that you want to do. If that is the way that we're going to roll, and it's looking very heavy in favour of the whitelist at the moment, then we've come up with a plan of how that will be. But we want to have integrity and let everyone have their chance to make their vote. So we won't say anything until that vote has been counted and wrapped up. And if that is the case, then the whitelist will open on the 14th of February if we do roll that way, fam. So that's that. Anything to add on that, Kings?
14th of Feb, yeah. I think for us, one of the things that we wanted to keep consistent in our community was, I guess, the positivity. We've been a part of projects where the whitelist can be quite a grind, and we've seen a lot of people, even to some degree, mental health affect their mental health. So we will make sure that it's not going to be, I guess, too crazy a slog, but we'll figure that out as we go. But as Rio said, let's get those votes in first on both the Queens and the whitelist.
Cool. The next thing that was super obvious from our community is just what King's touched on there, the mental health space. So we had a big hui this morning, a big meeting, and one thing that we're going to implement as of tomorrow is Wellbeing Wednesdays. And what that's going to be is we really want to gear our community on Wednesdays towards being all about well-being, whether that be mental health, haora, kai, physical activity, working out. So we've put a few new channels. There's a few new channels that are going to go up tomorrow. There's already the mental health chat one that you can jump in and speak about that sort of stuff. We're also going to put a channel in there where we want people, if you're comfortable, to post your pictures of you working out. If you're doing a WOD, if you're taking the kids out for a walk in the pram, let's get behind each other and let's really support each other to be healthier and to be a stronger community. And I think this is a super important part of our community. And like King said, sometimes being on the screen too long and that kind of thing can take an effect on our mental health. And we want to make sure that we find the balance where it's not just 7 days of Discord and nothing, taking care of our minds and our hearts and our souls and our bodies. So if we can dedicate a whole day to that and really set a precedent for anyone that comes into this space, that how we roll here in the EB community is Wednesdays is for uplifting, taking care of each other, checking in on one another, being cool to be vulnerable and knowing that it's a safe space. So I really want to create that for our community. Another way that we're going to, I guess, implement that and supplement that is by having lives on Wednesday night. And we've got some beautiful people who have put their hands up and are willing to do that for us. So Jack and Morgan from the Up To podcast, they're going to be doing liveys on Wednesday nights, as well as a very good friend of mine, Raniera Rewari, who has a podcast called Planting Seeds. All three of those beautiful people are going to be coming in here, running liveys, talking to other people around the mental health space. So, we don't want to just be talking in the space. We want to be walking the talk and, like I said, moving swiftly and lining those things up for you. So, that's something that's really cool and that I'm really proud of that we're implementing off the bat.
Yeah, man. I think for musicians and creatives as well in this time, I know for me, I'll speak for myself personally, it's been pretty rough, man. And so to have these spaces available to me, I've got my close-knit friends, but it's also nice to know, in this community as well, I can just kind of say, hey, guy, how you feeling? Oh, I'm feeling this way. And, usually Wednesday, I guess, is the mid-hump week. So it's the perfect time to kind of get the stuff off your chest. Me and my partner, just a little side note, we're doing a MMA training challenge. So we're up at 4:30 every morning, trying to get into the gym. And so that's kind of one way that's really helped me stay focused as this COVID volatility situation is happening. So yeah, I can't wait to encourage people to get into the space and to use these people that we have involved who are actually, very dedicated to the space. up to Aotearoa and rants. So yeah, encourage it heaps.
Yeah, 100%. And just one more time, just massive love, to Jack Morgan and Rans for kindly offering to facilitate and hold space for any of our family out there that might need it, because it is very important. It's important to us as a team. So no, that's cool. Another announcement is that we've opened a Te Reo chat. So being a Kiwi project, it was suggested to us that we need, not that we need to, but that it'll be cool to have a space where we can utilise our native tongue, our beautiful language, Te Reo Māori. So we've opened that up, and I was super proud to jump in there tonight and see people already dropping in their kupu, which are Māori words, so that you can use the Māori words for MetaMask or whatever it may be. So definitely jump in there. We've started in a way where you don't have to be whakamau or shy. It's not a judgmental space, even if you get it wrong. Everyone's at a different place in their reo Māori journey. So, it's very much a space where you can give it a go, encourage each other, and utilize our language, because it's a beautiful language and it's something that's very unique to us. So that's something that I'm proud of too. We've also opened an Australia chat. After observing our community last night, it's obvious that there's heaps of our Kiwi fam over in Australia in this Discord. And so we wanted to make that available because, there might be things or events in your guys' cities, whether it be Brisbane or Sydney or whatever, where you guys might want to catch up. So you guys can talk about that kind of stuff, what's happening in Oz, in the Aussie chat. Anything on that, my bro?
Now the language one's really cool. I started my journey quite recently. It was just on I think it was the second level 4 we had. And all I can say is for any Māori that are learning the language, even just learning where you're from, your whakapapa, there's something quite freeing about it. The album that I wrote during that time of the learning, didn't get too many streams, didn't get too many things in the accolade thing, but it received a Māori Music Award, and it was kind of the first time I cried when I got an award, just because of how much it meant. I think you don't know where you're going until you know where you've been. Talking about ancestors, so I definitely encourage that chat as well. I'm going to be in there learning. I'm actually learning with my father at the moment, so yeah, man, big ups.
Just last announcement, fam. So heaps of people have been asking about becoming a moderator, and that's something that's going to be extremely necessary as we continue to grow. We're not kidding ourselves and thinking that our team are all Avengers and can take care of this thing by ourselves. We're definitely going to need help. And so how we wanted to, run that is that we're all over this Discord, our team, and we want to shoulder tap people that we can see are genuinely invested in helping our community, growing our community, and shoulder tapping them and asking them if they do want to become a moderator, because it's been beautiful to see in the different chats, different people helping and newbies, or I shouldn't say that, not newbies, new people, sorry, to the space, who might need a little bit of assistance. It's been so cool to see people like, yo, I got you. Yep, this is what you should do. So we'll be out in the community, shoulder tapping people, and asking them to come on board as moderators. And as always, as I've been saying, we're able to adapt. So that might change. If things grow too rapidly, then we're going to need more and more help. So the way that we go about getting people on as moderators might change. But for now, that's what we want to do. And it's beautiful to see out there. And I think it's organic. And at the moment, because it's not working towards a whitelist, or there's no real reason to do it other than a genuine want to help. That's what I love so much about it. It's super authentic, and I really hope that this space can remain authentic and true. And yeah, thanks.
All right. Actually, like the newbies thing you said, like new beavers. It was cool. Yeah, newbies, me.
Yeah, cool, fam. So, I guess tonight was just about, it's just a real quick one tonight, fam. To let you guys know that that's why we called it We've Heard You, because we are watching, we are listening. we take this community super, super serious. Not serious like, oh, this is serious, can't have fun, but like we're just extremely committed to everybody who's taken the time to be in this community. Like I said last night, myself and Kings and everyone else who's a part of this team, we're willing to put our faces on it. We're willing to put our bands on it. We're willing to put everything on it because we believe in it so much. And yeah, that's all the announcements. I just want to say again, thank you so much to everyone who's joined this community, who's been pushing our community authentically in your own spaces and your own social media. I hope you're feeling the love. I'm definitely feeling the love within this community, and I'm looking forward to growing with you guys more and more. So, ngā mihi. Che whānau.
Yo, same here, man. And I think touching on how much mahi we're doing in the background, we are kind of on. If it's not that we're on here, we'll be on behind the scenes getting it all done. So that's kind of a huge shout out to the bros who've been holding it down, the queens that have been holding it down. There's a bunch of you in the space that we can see, and again, that's that kind of thing where it's going to build from just that kind of consistent positivity. So even when we're not here dropping gems or just being in the chat, the community is able to help itself and to grow itself so that we can all grow together. That's what it's about. And just to reiterate what Rio said, so we're looking at, if you guys go, make sure you check out the votes for anyone who hasn't, the community votes for the Queens and the whitelist, if we can get that to where we need it to be. There was the potential whitelist, we want to get this day right, 14th, was it the 14th, brother?
Sorry. 14th of February.
14th of Feb, and also for the Queens to get their stuff designed, which was an extra. Oh man, the numbers are getting me today, brother. Sorry, what was the numbers of the NFTs?
Yeah, we were the number that we were wanting to add to the supply was 500 female beavers that could be minted. So yeah, everyone can have a say on that. Obviously, it's going to change the supply, but it's not going to change where we're going. It's not going to change the vibe. If anything, my personal opinion is that it's going to make things even more inclusive. And that's the cool thing about the space. It doesn't know color, doesn't know race, doesn't know barriers. It doesn't know border restrictions or anything like that. We are absolutely a community, and we're here for each other. And I'm proud of that.
Beautiful. All right, should we get into some questions? We've got a couple on here.
Yo.
Let's go. Just raise your hand if you guys have any questions while we're here about what we've just spoken about.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
I just like to on behalf of all the EB community, give my thanks for this opportunity that you, Shoka, Kings, Rio, that have given us for our community, because this is gonna be big for the Māori community, So I'd just like to thank you guys for giving this opportunity.
Brother, firstly, your name is me. That's the first thing I noticed even yesterday. I'm from Tuho myself. But yes, so I think one thing that our poly Māori community does and has continued to do forever is community. If you think about our culture and the way that we implement anything, you come, you're welcomed onto the marae. If you're welcomed on, you then share a feed together. Then after you share a feed, you're welcome to come back whenever you want. But the next time you come, you're doing the dishes because you're family now. It's not. It's we do the buddy thing the first time around, and then you're whānau. So it's that kind of, I guess, that transition is going to be quite easy for our people because we are already very community based.
Yeah, and it'll just be big in general, because we don't. Not most of us, but like a lot of our Māori people don't understand the government system. So when we got a system like this, and we can actually teach them, and they can learn from it, it'll restart the cycle, and then the roles will eventually be switched. So yeah, that's why it's going to be massive for our community.
100%. And the rules will be ours, brother. The rules will be ours.
Yes, sir.
100%, bro. Oh man, it's a privilege to, like I said, to be a part of this community and to be a Kiwi project. I'm super proud of it, and there's not a clear pathway for us because I guess we're so early in the piece in terms of NFTs. We're really just, I don't want to say finding our feet as we go, because we're very much a prepared team, but at the same time, we're trailblazing all together, and it's a privilege for myself, Kings, and everyone else to trailblaze next to you guys. That's all of us together. So when Kings was talking about a village, in terms of our culture, it takes a village to raise a child, and for me, Eager Beaver is all of our child. It's all of our baby. It's our community. So it's going to take all of us to raise it all the way to the moon, and that's where we're going, fam. So thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Is there any other questions? Chuck it. Oh yeah, we've got some in here. We've noticed that yesterday we had a bit of trouble with people doing the audio thing and not knowing the buttons. Still a bunch of people learning the Discord. So we've actually got the general chat open, I believe, and the bro Kids is looking at that. So we'll answer some questions from there as well if we're not getting people in here. But
I think Kid might jump across and read some of those questions from that chat into this group in front of our AMA.
Yep,
is that what
easy.
Right?
Kia ora, bros. Yeah, I'm having a look in here at the moment, and I can see there's one a question in here from Remo 888. I think she has a bit of a long question, so if you want to chuck your hand up, Remo, we can invite you to the stage, and you can ask your question away. I'll invite that person there. Let me have a quick look here. So, verse 35, with the Queen Beavers, are we able to have some with Mokokowai drawn on them, please? And there's probably a lot of us with so it would be neat to see. Yeah, that's definitely something to Tamiana, the artist, who can for sure. In the community vote, I think it's definitely looking the way that we'll be adding those Queen Beavers in. So that's something that we can definitely add in. Anything that you boys want to add to that?
Yeah, I think as a project, we always want to make sure that we're operating in a safe way, and we're not appropriating, and we're not doing anything untoward for our culture. So, if that was the way we were going to go, as I guess I don't know what you want to call it, director, for lack of a better word, of this project, it would be something that I definitely want to seek some hearty counsel on, whether that's cool and whether that's safe to do. And if it's not, then we won't be doing it. And that's just because I love and respect our culture so much, and I'd never want to do anything, that isn't tika and pono. Yeah. Anything from you, Kings?
No, 100%, brother. I think that's kind of any project that we've done, even in the te reo, I've done some songs where I've had to translate, and the way that Hinewe Himohe did it was so traditional and beautiful. You don't want to kind of miss with that. Like, yeah, that's kind of there for a reason. And so, no, 100% agree. Sorry, bro. Just quickly, we've got Levi Cartier in here, but I think their mic's not on. Are you there, Levi? Yeah. Now we've had a bit of issues with these mic things at the moment. We got Remu there as well. You want to jump up? But again, the cultural thing, and I think is what we're saying. Rio as the director of the ship, we want to make sure that we're all heading the right way and not doing the wrong thing.
100%. And if we seek some counsel and get a bit of guidance around that from our whānau and the know in that space, and they advise us not to do that, then there's other ways that we can be proud of our culture, and there's other ways that we can show off who we are. And by all means, we'll 100% do that for our beavers. Sure.
Hey, Rick, ready? You're on.
Kia ora, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Cool. So my question is, when you guys were starting this whole NFT idea, there's been a lot of chat about people being new to the space and new to NFTs and new to Discord in general and even crypto in general. So when you guys were making this idea, did you have any thoughts where you needed to, how do I say this? Like needed to educate your followers on NFT, crypto, the metaverse, etc. first, so that when you made the NFT, people were already kind of clued up? Or did you guys just kind of go, oh, let's just give it a go? Or did you guys already have quite a bit of an understanding of did you guys already realize that maybe your followers had some knowledge, if you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, bro, you go, Ria. You go.
Oh, you go, bro. Oh, I can go.
Oh, yeah. No, fully. So when I first got involved, I got involved a little bit later than the rest of the bros, but I think that was already in the works, and we made sure. For me, even I'm quite a newbie in the space. Not so much the NFT space, but more so the crypto staking side of things. There's actually quite a wide variety of angles you can take this thing, and so the NFTs I'd been in for a while. Crypto I'd dabbled in, and so for me it was like, if I can't understand this project, no one can. And so I was kind of like a good way to measure what we can learn, what we need to be able to understand, and things like that. So I think that's actually where I added a lot of my value during the beginning of that, was to be like, yo, if I can't read this and get it, no one's going to be able to get it. So I've used that to kind of help, I guess, guide the Instagram and things like that. And the bros have been more than accommodating. And I'm sure, just even from the post, you hopefully have learned something. I'm hoping.
For sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's just, I think when we first started this idea, it was a few months ago, and a funny story actually, we weren't actually supposed to launch the Eager Beaver platform until a few weeks from now. We weren't actually going to launch it until March, and then like mint in April. But we had been working away at this thing, and then Kings was playing with LAB at Western Springs, and he was like, yo, I'll chuck my beaver up and just take a photo of it, and we'll just keep it for whenever we launch. And then just in my gut, I was like, nah, now's the time. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you why that was. I definitely considered where we thought Aotearoa as a whole was at in terms of NFT, but I knew that if we can build a community, that's a better environment to learn than to learn alone. So that was probably what I'd say my consideration was. If there's more people that don't know trying to go the same way, you can get there faster. Because I truly believe, if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go together. And so that's kind of like the ethos of us building this community. And that's why we've made minting, like not next week. We want to give everyone ample opportunity to upskill, to learn, and to be comfortable. If you are going to invest in the Eager Beaver community, we want you to know why you're investing, what you're investing in, and we want you to hold it tight with two hands and have that conviction. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense for you, sis.
Yeah, hard. No, just it's cool, because I was thinking, man, how did they know like this many people would not just be keen, but but I guess not all of us understand it, and we are learning on the way. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Cool. Thank you guys so much.
I mean, yeah, sure, for coming out. I think I want to touch on what Ria said as well. That gut feeling I think he had that day was what you just said. Like it's like a universal yearning to learn this new space. Like it's just kind of in the, I feel it. It's quite heavy, spiritually, even, to this kind of yearning to understand. So I think that's probably what Rio felt when he texted me and was like, yo, let's do it right now. That was probably the vibe. Yeah, and we're stoked. And again, hopefully that's why we got the community so close. So if you're feeling anyway, like, hey, I don't know any of this stuff, just chuck it in the chat and it should be answered within 5 minutes.
Yeah, nah, big mahi here, and I'm stoked to be a part of it so early. So thank you guys so much. Looking forward to it all.
Let's go.
Let's go. Ed 275.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother?
So, brother, I'm just interested in knowing more of the background, just with the developers. I've had a look at Tom's Insta page. Really like his designs and his artwork, but is there time where you'll invite more of the people behind the project just to share the background and the vision behind the Eager Beavers?
Yes, 100%, bro. So, obviously the Discord is just a day old, but within Instagram, we've been over every few days introducing a different face or the actual person behind each role, and that's something that we're going to continue to do over the coming weeks. Introduce exactly who is doing the dev work, exactly who's behind this, the Discord and the moderating. We'll be releasing another artist who's coming on board. Who is on board, but we just haven't released it this week. And it's a very important part of our project is to put our faces to it, because I feel like that gives the ultimate responsibility. Like, if my face is on it, I'm going to work till, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to deliver the things that I say that I'm going to deliver. So absolutely, bro. Everyone in the team, everyone will know who they are over the coming days.
Yeah, man. You'll get to know the team by way before midday. You would have seen, got to talk to. There's one of the bros in here now, Kid, who in time introduced himself as well. Who's been, they're all the ones, it's kind of like the producer and the singer. Like the singer gets all the praise and the producer does all the mahi. Kind of like that. So you'll get to meet the producers behind the desk shortly, brother.
Appreciate it. Just one more question, just with collaboration. Are you guys thinking of trying to collaborate with brands and some organizations outside of just artists, producers within the music scene?
Yeah, 100%, bro. And I think from memory, so I don't have the roadmap in front of me, but I think it's in phase 5, which talks about growing the ecosystem. There's a part in there that talks about collaboration. And so that's something 100% that we want to do for our community. And we want to collaborate with brands that are going to bring value to our community. And the cool thing about music and being musicians is that a lot of these collaborations and relationships are already intact. And they're things that we'll be able to pull on for our community. And just on that note, sorry, there's been a lot of talk about merchandise as well. So we're in the process at the moment of collaborating with a store to do merch with us. We're just working out the finer details of that. And I'll report back on that in another AMA. But yes, definitely, bro. Collaborations is something that we want to do. In terms of collaborating with music, that's something that we do all the time and will continue to do. But man, if there's people on the come up or musicians that you think, they'll be able to do a mean song with Suns or with Kings or with the other artists that come on board, then by all means, let us know in the chat, bro, and we can see if we can make that happen and fit. Yeah, Kings.
Yeah, bro, smash it. That's a great answer.
True. Sweet. Thanks, everyone. That's pretty much all I wanted to ask.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, brother. Shot for jumping on. No Limit Soldier. Let's go.
Cheer my bros. Thanks for the opportunity. So just a little bit off topic. Just after hearing the bro questioning whether the team was going to get doxed, just a question for you Kings and Ria. Any inspiration as to why you chose to take a career in music?
Yeah, that's nice. Hey, it's a nice change from the crypto. I can talk about this one all day. Yeah, man. I'll try not to get too deep into this, bro. But for me, music was always a form of expression. Growing up, it wasn't the most pleasant of upbringings. I'm very grateful for what I had, but there were a lot of violence and things like that. And so music actually became a bit of an escape. It became, I guess, the language that doesn't need a translation. And so I got good at being able to say what I had to say without saying a word and just using my guitar or something like that. So that was my, I guess, introduction into music. Yeah.
Yeah, kia ora, bro. My musical journey started when I was about 5 years old. So my family were a Christian family, and from a very young age, I was playing music at church. So that's how music started for me, and it's kind of all I've really known. Up until probably the last 5 or 6 years. After sort of achieving some stuff in music, I realized, man, I can do other things, and but that's how I got into the music scene, and I absolutely love it. I'm so blessed to do music, to stand on some epic stages with my brothers and Sons is on, and other bands as well. Share the stage with other amazing musicians. So yeah, bro, that's how my musical journey started.
No, thanks for that, bros. Yeah, no, it's good to sort of like, especially coming together as a community, as a family, and getting to know you a lot better too. So cheers for that.
Nah, brother, thanks for the question, man.
Sure, brother.
Man.
Well, sure, bros. I've got a couple of questions in the live text chat that I can answer to.
Yep.
There was actually one here earlier from Jenna. She asked in regards to if we were going to be doing a white paper or having a white paper available on Discord. And I remember you asking that, but for some reason my mic wasn't working. So I can answer to that. But the main reason
I think we're losing you, bro.
they want to use to.
Sure, brother. I think you're in the bush there, Beaver. My Beaver brother. Okay, you're pulling out of it.
Is that better? Is that better?
That's what's up. Yeah, well, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Again, going to lose when I went to need to answer this question, but yeah. So with the white paper, usually the reason why white papers exist and started to exist were for when cryptocurrency first came out. So not in regards to NFTs, and the most famous of white papers is the one that Satoshi Nakamoto done up in 2008, and that was the Bitcoin white paper, and he noticed that there was a big issue with fiat currency, and that's obviously the currency system that we're all aware of at the moment. And he was basically sick of what was going on with governments printing money. When times got tough, the government would just print more and more money and inflate the system. And what the best way to explain that, and I explained this in the chill chat before, was if there was 10 oranges and I had 1 orange, then I would hold 10% of the supply. However, now if the government comes in and says, "Oh, we've got ourselves into far too much debt," what we need to do now is increase the supply. So now we're going to make 1,000 oranges, right? So I still hold 10 oranges, but now my what I hold has gone from 10% down to 1%, and they've basically inflated the circulation. So Satoshi Nakamoto wrote up this white paper basically saying that, no, this isn't good enough, we can't have this, and wanted to have a trustless system in regards to, and that's how Bitcoin come about. So the white paper was saying that, yep, we've got this issue, and it's creating a massive divide in the community. And when I talk about community, I'm talking about the number one community, and that's mankind. And we need to solve this issue with something else, and that's how Bitcoin come about. So for us, and I suppose to wrap this up, is that we won't be doing a white paper because I see that that's more currency related and also problem solving, whereas here what we're trying to do with EB is to create a community and uplift the community and give people access like they've never had access before, and give back and everything like that. So yeah, I just wanted to answer that question around the white paper. Hopefully that anything for us?
No, bro. That was cool. All good.
Cool.
Awesome, bro.
Awesome. The other question that I had in here too was in regards to the network we chose. Any particular reason we chose the Ethereum blockchain over Solana? And we dove deep into this, we reviewed all the blockchains that offered smart contracts, and we were looking heavily at Solana for a long time. And then kind of what happened at the end of 2021, Solana was having a fair amount of security issues, and the blockchain went offline for a few hours there, and then there was some other issues that were going on. It basically said to us that we're just going to give Ethereum the nod because they've never gone down before, and that's where all the big players are at. The cool thing about Solana is it was the speed of the blockchain, which we absolutely loved, and that's what really drew us there first. But when we're trying to build something here that we want to pass on to the next generations, that's going to last into the decades past us and hopefully outlive us when we're long gone, is we want to be on top of a blockchain that has proven itself with security and never gone down before. And Solana just didn't tick that boat. Didn't tick that box for us. Ethereum, unfortunately, at the moment, the gas wars and gas fees and things like that are of concern. But once ETH 2.0 comes out, those gas fees and that speed will be there or close about to Solana. So we're trying to think of the bigger picture, and that's why we ended up going with ETH from a security standpoint. Anything you want to add there, boys?
Yeah. Just one thing on the on picking the Ethereum blockchain. So I put a lot of thought into. I try to put myself in someone's shoes who is new to the space, and when we're thinking about blockchains, and I don't really know how to explain this. What I'm trying to say, I know what I'm thinking, but I don't know how to explain it. Let's just say that you needed a cheeseburger, right, in order to obtain something. And probably the first place that would come to mind is McDonald's. It's the easiest. Everyone knows where to find one. Every town's got one. I just think that it has the least amount of barriers. And in terms of blockchains to build upon, even if you're new to the space, I felt like Ethereum would be something that you've heard before. I know on a lot of the common wallets like Exodus, it sort of comes on the currency page there. So I just, because we looked at Polygon and other sorts of, layer 2 blockchains as well. Layer 2 networks that are on top of Ethereum. So we thought about that because those have got cheap gas and that kind of thing as well. But I really just felt like Kitty said, Ethereum will stand the test of time. Once 2.0 comes out, the speed and the cost effectiveness in terms of gas will be there. It was a hard decision, but I think we've made the right decision. Hopefully, like Kitty said, we're here for the long haul, so we're not here for 5 minutes, we're here for a lifetime, and we're here to give this to our kids. So we really believe that Ethereum will be the blockchain that will take our project there, right into the future.
Yeah, cool, bro. Got a question in there from Arrive Rays. Will there be multicultural EVs represented? Of course.
Yo, brother.
As you well aware, voice cutting out again.
Yeah, brother. That old beaver connection.
That's cool, bro.
I'm out of the voice, and I think it's still on.
We'll just take questions in here. And if anyone's got questions, feel free to raise your hands and we'll check you up. Love to answer as many questions as we can. It can be related to tonight's announcements. It can be related to the project. It can be about anything really. While we've got this time together. If there aren't any questions, there we go. Ozzyba.
Yeah, hey bro, I just couldn't really hear the bro on his Macca's Wi-Fi. Mean thing that's going on here and support it 100%.
Yeah, Macca's too. Oh. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was just saying if there isn't any more questions in here, then I'm going to jump over to the voice chat where we can all speak freely. You can just unmute yourself, ask questions. Well, one more question. Yeah.
That's back again. Sorry.
All good.
Just a question around the royalties, getting to claim profit from those royalties if you pick up on a rare Eager Beaver. I know you think Nas probably did the same project, but what inspired you guys to do that, to add that onto the project? And are you guys able to reveal some more details around that now, or will you share it later?
So the first royalty project will be revealed at the end of this week. Who the artist is, what the royalty amount is. But one thing that I know as an artist is, and as an artist that's been signed with a big label, is that they tend to take the lion's share, and you put all your heart and soul into your craft, into your mahi, and then the lion's share is taken away from you. So the model that we're trying to create here within this community is where artists can come, they can bring their art, the community take a portion of that royalty, but the lion's share should always go to the person whose craft it is. And that's definitely the other way around to how things are rolling at the moment out there in the scene. So that was the inspiration for that idea, to be able to have artists who can have our community on board with them and also benefit in a real way in terms of royalties and claiming a percentage of their works, whether that be singles, albums. Kings, do you want to speak to that, bro? I know you're heavy on the indie artist thing.
Yeah. I think for me personally, being independent, and I know the bros that we got coming on have labels and some independent, but the freedom for me is I can do what I want. I can offer the community whatever we decide, and I think the freedom in that, for me, again, I can only speak for myself as artist, is I guess it's that skin in the game. Like as well as my face is to the thing, it's like, our music's to the thing as well. Like we're putting ourselves, our art on the line for something that we believe in. We believe in this project. We believe it could change the face in the way that we interact with artists. And I'm willing to chuck my own songs in the pot to prove it.
Sounds good, man. I like the idea. Will there be any features or traits added to the Eager Beaver NFTs that's linked to some of the artists you've got involved in the project?
Yeah, sneaky fella, right? That's a good question.
On your Insta, I've seen the King's logo on one of the Eager Beavers.
Yo, bro.
One there.
Well, without revealing too much, yes, the team have thought about it. I think Rio's going to say something, but yeah, bro, again, when we're not on this Discord and talking to you fellas and connecting, we are constantly thinking. I mean, the time that we spend in our music is the same amount of time we chuck into this, so it's almost 50-50 for me anyway. At this point, so yeah, but we've definitely thought about that. But Rio, I think you had something to say.
Yeah, bro. I was just going to say that, 100%. So the attributes that relate to each artist and sort of what utility they're bringing to the game will definitely be among the collection of the Beavers. So without revealing too much, bro, for instance, if you've got such and such jacket, that will afford you such and such utility with such and such artist, if that makes sense, bro.
No, man, I think it's a good idea for artists, get another revenue stream. But I appreciate you guys' time today.
Thank you, my bro. All good.
Ciao, brother. Hey. Right, yeah, we got another one here.
Yo.
I recognize that name.
There he is.
Cheers, brothers.
bro.
Just wanted to say huge mihi for the real channel, eh? It's a really good kaupapa, and just pushing our whānau to kōrero Māori and everything like that. So yeah, too much.
I mean, brother, as I was saying before, my real journey was only as recent as the middle of last year, and just learning whakapapa alone, like learning that I was from Tūhoe, and I'd been down there a bunch of times, but to go and actually, breathe the mountain and then to know the story of the mountain and the comet are things that now are actually a part of my creative process, the way I kind of look at things. And as I was saying with that project that I wrote during that time, it's the work I'm most proud of, and it's probably not the most streamed, but it's just something that meant a lot to me. So yeah, that space is going to be hugely important, and I think for anybody who is even dabbling in that, the real journey or the whakapapa journey, jump in there, man, because it's just nothing better than learning with who you are.
100%, and even for our non-Māori family who are in here, jump in there as well. You could pick up some gems, familiarise yourself with different kupu, with different words, with different place names, with pronunciation, all that kind of thing. There's some awesome people in there who have just taken it upon themselves to really own that space and own that chat. So by all means, everyone check it out. It's a really, really cool channel. Really cool.
Oh, to my boys. So in regards to the community votes, is there a time period in which we'll get understanding of what we're going to have to achieve to get whitelist, and also the amount of supply that is going to increase with the introduction of our queen bees?
Yes, bro. Good question, brother. So yeah, like we were saying, if so when the whitelist vote is complete, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Kings, it was either 24, 48 hours. I think
it was 48, brother, and I mean we are like 20 away, so
yeah, that's right. So we can pretty much say here, yep, we're going to be doing a whitelist. And so like I shared before, that whitelist will open on the 14th of February. We will come back to the community on Monday next week with our plan. We want to refine it and make sure that it is a good plan, and that it's a plan that is inclusive but also rewards people who are passionate about our project and want to mahi up in this space. What was the other part of your question again? Sorry, bro.
Just the increase of supply with the introduction of our queen bees.
Yes, bro. So in terms of the increase of supply, so in order for us to be able to hit our targets of minting at the start of March, these things take time to draw. They also take time to refine, and they take time to code. So when we had our meeting this morning, we know that we can't go any higher than 500. Like there's no way. Well, there's not no way. It just takes more resource. But within our team that we have, 500 would be the absolute maximum increase in supply, which would bring our maximum supply to 2,522. If that makes sense, bro.
Nah, awesome. Cheers, my bros.
Cheers, bro. And just speaking to what Kid was talking about before too, we don't want to dilute the supply, but at the same time, we really want to hear our community, and it is something that our women, that our ladies in our community want, and that's something that we want to deliver on. And it's obvious in the vote, like everything in this community, everything will be taken to the community for a vote, and it's looking like we're on for that. So that's awesome. That's cool.
Yo, that's mean. Hey, whānau, I have got to jet. I was talking to the bros earlier. I've actually got a music project that I forgot to do, so I need to get onto that tonight before the training. But I just wanted to say, hugely proud of the speed and just the way that everyone's interacting. I can't really compare it to anything other than watching a plant grow, I guess, and just being proud of every kind of leaf and stem that goes each and every way. So I'm very, very, very proud of you guys, proud of the Beavers, proud of the team, and we'll be popping in and out again. We got some artists to announce. We got some things to do on the whitelist thing. So yeah, we'll be working hard to deliver that roadmap for you guys every day until midday and beyond. So yeah, thank you guys for your time. Much love. Shot Rio, you're the man. Shot to the team, and we'll talk soon. Jeff on it.
Shot, my bro. Yeah, awesome, guys. I think we'll wrap it up there. But just another reminder that from tomorrow, Wednesdays are going to be all about Wellness Wednesday. So let's look out for each other. Let's check on each other. Let's jump on those chats. Encourage each other. If you're out there training, if you're out there doing WODs, if you're, like I said, walking the family, walking the kids, walking the dog, whatever you're doing, absolutely share it. We'd love to see it, and we'd love to encourage each other. So thanks heaps, fam, for jumping in. I'm going to be in the voice chat for probably another hour. Just taking questions, just hanging out, and just getting to know you all. So thanks everybody for jumping in. Really appreciate it. Much love, fam. Ciao.